Welcome to another edition of Real Estate Investor Talk. With me is Tebogo Mogashoa. Tebogo, welcome to Real Estate Investor Talk. Tebogo, for those people that don't know, runs a property fund called the Talis Property Fund. One of the key investments is in the Pan-Africa Mall. Okay, so Tebogo, just tell us where it all started.
Well, it's been an organic path of growth from consulting engineering to property development. I'm a professional electrical engineer.
When did that start, more or less, Tebogo?
It started in 97.
97?
Yes. When I started in a consulting engineering practice, doing buildings, designing lighting systems for buildings, all the way through to designing distribution systems for Eskom in the main. So
right.
I was managing infrastructure projects for Eskom, as well as managing commercial developments, as well as institutional buildings in terms of engineering design.
Tell us where the concept came from. Where did it all start with that? Where did you identify the need? What made you say, this is something that can work?
Well, for me, Pan-Africa Mall was like a dream come true, in a sense that I wanted to give the people of Alexandra a decent shopping experience where they could enjoy their shopping in a safe environment and convenient for their transport needs at the same time. Ironically, that taxi rank was inspired by airport design. You know how you get to an airport and before you board the plane, you go through some retail and you can have a meal at the airport before you board your plane. So the transport experience at the airport is less about flying than it is about enjoying the environment. So Pan-Africa Mall is designed with the same principle, that people come there to catch taxis. However, the environment is designed such that they can also enjoy the facility more as a recreational space, a shopping space, a space where people can come with their families. The tenant mix has been carefully thought through to provide for needs of the travelers that are traveling near and far. I mean, the taxi rank that operates in our development services routes as far afield as cross-border provinces, as well as local routes in Gauteng. Therefore, I thought that I needed to put together a tenant mix that responds to the needs of the traveler or the consumer, as it were.
Tell us a little bit about the build-up to that, from the first time it came from concept to laying the first...
This was for me a lesson in social engineering.
Right.
Because there were many interests at play. First and foremost, the site on which the mall was built is an iconic site for the people of Alexandra, in that it's been the natural point of convergence for over 100 years.
Right.
Alexandra is a township that has been established over 100 years ago, and the Pan-Africa site, in fact the name Pan-Africa itself comes from ages ago. Hence, I kept it going into the future. It's a heritage site for the people of Alex, where they converge. The taxi people have been crucial to this development, in the sense that taxis ferry people. They are responsible for bringing people in and out of that node. So therefore, they were important stakeholders. And as part of the success of the development, I put family plans around how the taxi industry was accommodated. As a result, I funded their participation into the project. I underwrote 15% of equity in favor of the taxi industry. Yes, I did.
Wow.
And I did it willingly, and I think it's the best thing I ever did, because the sense of ownership and the return on that investment in terms of cooperation from the taxi people has been phenomenal. Today we have over 1 million people walking through that center.
Wow.
Because of the cooperation of the taxi industry.
How long was the process from the first time that you met with them to laying that first brick of the center? How long?
It sounds like a long time, but it actually wasn't that long. I met them. The idea was conceived in 2003, and the first brick was laid in 2007. So all in about 4 years, for a development of that size, I think, the incubation period was reasonable.
Okay, Tebogo, tell me, what has the effect been on the local economy? I mean, a shopping center of this kind of magnitude must have had some major effect on the local economy.
Well, Neale, the economic impact on this development has been phenomenal, in my view, certainly. There's been 500 jobs that have been created, sustainable jobs, since the opening of the development. This I mean through permanent jobs that's been created by the tenants. We have on the order of about 80 retail outlets here that are employing permanent staff. This is not to mention the job opportunities that were created during construction, which lasted a period of 2 years at the time of construction.
So what is the criteria that you're looking for to be able to get that, to replicate that success?
Well, I would need a place that is a natural point of congregation for people of the area. A place that has a magnetic field that just draws people to there with or without any development.
Right.
That speaks to the human nature and what people love to enjoy. I think building developments and trying to draw people to where a developer wants them to go has its own disadvantages.
Right.
I would rather identify pieces of property that go with the energy of the place and that draw people naturally and put a building right there. Well, for that, I'm going to be cliche and say it's all about location.
Right.
Location. First and foremost, find the right site. But what is the right site? It's actually the right site for the consumer, and it has to also be the right site for the tenants, the off-taker. You've got to build where people want to go and where the tenants want to service the market. So therefore, that location for me accounts for, I would say, 80% of the success of any development. And the place has to be accessible and well serviced in terms of bulk infrastructure. That would be my advice. And of course, financing is key, and generally finance follows success.
Give us somebody a little bit of inspiration, some advice to break into the market for the first time.
Yeah. I would advise first-time investors to structure their finance in such a way that they invite institutional investors into their developments, because I think that does lessen the burden of providing equity finance.
Great, excellent. Tell us what drives you to Tebogo.
Well, I'm motivated by inspiring others and making a difference. I'm certainly motivated by making a difference to other people's lives, rather than just commercializing my ideas.
Right.
I think that drives me.
Fantastic. So Tebogo, thank you very much for the opportunity. We're certainly going to be looking out for you, and I'm sure a lot of the readers of Real Estate Investor and will certainly be looking out for more of your projects. I'm certainly impressed. Thank you very much for giving us that opportunity.
Thank you, Neale. It was a great pleasure talking to you.